Why does it have to be a classified briefing if these are just hobbyist drones?
I can't tell you specifically, what aspects are classified or not. I can assure you, though, that, again, we are sharing as much information as we can.
Welcome back to The Factor. Uncensored lawmakers finally received a private briefing from intelligence officials on the continued drone sightings around the country. The calls for answers have grown louder. At this point, authorities think these unidentified objects are some combination of legally operated drones, planes, helicopters, and stars. They admit some drones have flown over military bases, which is a crime. My next guest, but before we get to that, go outside. Look just under the moon. There is something under the moon, I'm telling you. I posted it on my Instagram. It's happening right now. Just look under the moon. But watch this report first. My next guest is attorney and commercial pilot Oliver Brown. But look at my post. There is something under the moon right now, and it's been there for 2 hours since I went to Kroger's. Let's take a look at this. Are we seeing the proliferation of drones in America where it could be a safety risk?
Well, drones have been around for a while already. So, and the FAA has rules in place for how to properly operate a drone. I think the concern with most of the citizens in the New Jersey area that they were seeing these drones at night, they were slow moving, and it looked like they were maybe doing some type of, surveillance or something of that nature. Also, you have a mixture, though, of some of these people. I've seen all the videos on TikTok and stuff. These people are recording airplanes. You can clearly see they have nav lights and position lights on them. So, there's a little bit of hysteria behind it. But there is a concern by the New Jersey legislator, because they're not getting any answers as to what's going on, which is bringing up some interesting theories. Some people could call conspiracy theories. So, but it has the lawmakers concerned. So it ought to be interesting to find out what is actually happening up in the air up there.
And when you talk about theories, what are some of those theories that are out there by, I don't want to say conspiracy nuts, because that would put me in the group.
Yeah, well,
I'm always looking for a UFO, Oliver.
Well, okay. Now, there are these sightings of orbs, right, that have been out there. In fact, ABC News went live and saw an orb in the sky, and nobody knew what it was. So, Congress has already acknowledged there are some weird things, aerial phenomenons that happen. So you do have a little bit of that in there. But as far as the drones, the theories are now starting to come out that those drones are working with the Department of Energy to sift out or sniff out any type of potential for radiation or any type of nuclear leak or something of that nature, because I guess some hazardous material got lost or something like that. So that has kind of created a wild speculation as well. But I think the government just needs to come out and figure out what the real problem is and announce it to the citizens instead of being so quiet about it.
Absolutely. And when we're talking about, say, commercial flights and twin-engine Cessnas, they're flying at a level way higher than a drone would go, right?
Yes, and I think I heard some allegations of the drone being, 30,000 feet in the air, which that obviously would interfere with commercial aviation. Drones have been a little bit of a factor, especially just rogue operators operating in the flight path at, various airports and stuff like that. But it could cause some damage to an airplane if it got sucked into an engine or something like that. It could be a real flight hazard. That's why when these people operate it, they need to follow the rules and stay within whatever level they're capped at.
And when we talk about drone use, I know as a news station, a news entity or news agency, if we operate a drone, we're required to go through testing, almost get a license of sorts, saying that you are certified and you can use it. But there are a lot of people out there without those licenses, right?
Yeah. Especially if you're doing it for commercial purposes, you do have to have the actual FAA approved license and go through the course or whatnot to understand basically the rules of engagement. And, but there's still hobbyists out there. You buy the little cheap ones and you fly, 25 feet above. Those really aren't a factor that are going to cause any type of harm to general aviation or commercial aviation.
Do you foresee it at any point, the more the commercial ones and those who may be out there trying to cause problems actually causing problems?
I don't even think people are really out there trying to cause problems. It just might be, I mean, again, a little bit of hysteria. I believe most of the people that are acquiring the larger aircraft, I mean, they're spending so much type of money on it. They have legitimate purposes for doing it, whether it's, surveilling for property or, law enforcement. These people, I don't see posing a threat to any type of, I guess, national security or aviation security.
So you would tell the public, just calm down, take a chill.
Yeah, chill out.
It's
We're going to
just a
figure out what
drone.
it is. And the White House needs to get down to the bottom of it, figure out what these drones are and what they must have some type of legitimate purpose. Because if they thought it was foreign, they would have already shot those things down.
Okay. My Instagram friends are smart. They say the celestial body under the sun that I took a picture of is actually Mars. My director, Tony Reyes, said it was Venus.